Yes, people, another live stream for you guys. I've got three beautiful guests on here. We've got Father, we've got Ads, we've got Matt. Matt, first of all, how are you, my friend?
I'm very good, very good. Glad to be back on. It's good, good to be on. How are
Perfect. Ads, I'm good, thanks for asking. Ads, what are you telling me, bro?
No, man, I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Good. And lastly, Father, you all good as well?
Yes, sir. I'm good. Just finish the game, man.
Fantastic result. Let's talk about it quickly. United, Arsenal, 0-0. Perfect result for Chelsea. I'm sure Arsenal have dropped points. Hopefully, we can beat Burnley and United, man. I mean, their title challenge has probably finished in the space of a week. Maybe even less. Are you guys feeling confident for tomorrow? Obviously, want to speak about the reports very quickly, but just very, very quickly in terms of Burnley tomorrow. Ads, you feeling confident?
More excited than confident. I don't know if I'm too confident because most of the time when we play up against a low block, you get Stamford Bridge as well. We struggle to break them down. So I wouldn't say I'm too confident, but I am excited to see how Tuchel sets up the team, etc., what players are playing, and just how we play under him after he's had a few training sessions.
100%. Matt, are you feeling confident as well?
Yeah, I echo the same. I think it's. I'm worried we're going to see the same things we saw against Wolves. I think we do need to probably change the team up. I think, especially against Burnley, we can do something different. Especially now Kante could be back. I think we can get a different team out, play a bit more faster, create a bit more, and then just hopefully get the win.
100%. Father, what's your take? You confident, excited?
Confident and optimistic at the same time. But at the end of it, like, I think tomorrow this could be another guessing game, like which kind of formation that he's going to put tomorrow, and the fact that again, like Matt said, Kante coming back in, like where is he going to play in the in the midfield in that? But yeah, man, exciting times for Chelsea, but not to get excited. But yeah, we'll see.
100%. Look, we've got a few people tuned in as well. Big up to everyone in the comments. I'm just going to go through some of the comments now. If you haven't already, smash the like button as it helps out this channel. Subscribe if you're new here. And hit the bell notification. Tune in daily. As soon as we play Burnley tomorrow, the result will go live again. You'll probably see the same guests if they're free to come on as well. So we've got PKD, Jesters, Timo, Werner. I hope you start tomorrow, my friend. Kai Havertz as well. I hope you start as well. We've got Wayne. What's going on, bro? SW6, Jawad Wasalam. Mr. Tammy Abraham is back. Quick shot already, fam, for you ads, man. I like to see that. I'm gonna be on a 100% count. Cool. Tell me how many times I'll say that, man. All right. So look, let's start with the reports very quickly. I've spoken to ads about this already, Haaland. So I want to hear Matt's and Father's point on it. Reports today was that if Thomas Tuchel is able to get top 4 this season, he promises to get Haaland to Chelsea. Now, Matt, what's your take on the player? Do you think we definitely need this player at the end of the season, or should we wait another season for its release clause of around £70 million in 2022?
Well, you know me, I've always been on the stance of anti-Raiola. I think if there is one player I'd get from Raiola, it has to be Haaland, because he is just simply a brilliant player. But I don't think it'd come, if I'm honest. I think Raiola's looking at Real Madrid. He always wants to give his players to Real Madrid because they pay him really well. I just think they'll wait till hopefully probably next summer. Dortmund get their £60 million release clause, but then Raiola's going to pocket a huge amount after that because they're getting such a discount on him. So I don't know. I think Haaland is good and all that, but he's going to stay for a couple of years and then go Real Madrid anyway. So I don't like his character as well. I think he tries to be Zlatan, but he's not really. Like, yeah, you're scoring a lot of goals in the Bundesliga, but the Bundesliga you can score a lot of goals. Who says he's going to do the same here? I mean, Timo Werner's struggling right now, so he may not do as well. I think
just to let people know, I've put in Timo Werner in my fantasy Premier League team from today, basically. So if you see 2 goals from him tomorrow, you know who to thank, man. I mean, we'll talk about Haaland a bit more in depth, of course. Father, what's your take? Do we need to sign this player?
If you look on it from the transfer point of view, like if you look at it from the board, yeah, we did we did like do crazy transaction over the last transfer window. I mean, we've been linked with Haaland and a couple other players than Haaland, with the likes of Alaba and that. I mean, if you got the money in the bank, like, why not? I mean, if you look at the current situation we're in right now, everyone's really struggling in financial wise.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll say I was nodding my head no to did I put Kai Havertz in my team? Sorry, I didn't, man. But yeah, carry on. Yeah, I totally agree in terms of the money and stuff.
And it's the fact that, again, like I said, other teams have struggled because of financially issue, and then we're the only team like in Europe that can do this like craziest transaction. For example, for the likes of Timo Werner, even though he's not first, Chelsea's not first choice in that. Kai Havertz, Thiago Silva, and that. I mean, if you got the money in the bank, man, why not? Why not use it at this time? And look at the release clause as well. It's not expired till next year. I mean, again, like just use this month or any other day. Just take advantage of the situation right now before other clubs, overtake us.
100%. Obviously, ads was saying very clearly that's not our money. If they want to spend that money, spend that money. Is there anything else to add to that, ads?
Man, nothing more really. I mean, obviously it'd be amazing signing, but as someone just said in the comments, Jester, he said that we need a CDM, centre back, and goalkeeper to go to the next level, and I agree with that. So I think we need to prioritize those positions before we go spend ridiculous money on Haaland. But then you've got the other side of the argument to it is like you get these generational talents or these world-class potential talents, and you might only get one opportunity to sign these players, similarly to what we've done with Havertz, and you might only have one chance. So the club got to assess whether they want to take the risk or go for areas that...
Give me some names. Give me some names for these positions, bro.
You know me, bro. For me, I told you how I'd like Marquinhos. If not, I'd like a Jimenez or Alaba. And for centre CDM, I rate Declan. So I'll take Declan Rice, man. I think... I rate Declan Rice, man. Declan Rice is a baller. So I'll take Declan Rice.
This guy loves Brexit FC, fam. But yeah, carry on. Who are you saying goal again?
For goal, hopefully we can try get Donnarumma. Obviously, with his contract situation, that would be a good signing to make on a free transfer. But if we really have the money, then I don't know. I'd say we go splash out on Oblak, man.
Wow, boy. We just got playing some FIFA 21 this season, I think, man.
Ultimate team.
If I came to you last year and I told you we're going to sign Werner, Havertz, and all of these, man, you would have said the same thing.
Yeah, 100, but obviously we had a transfer ban at the time and we probably had money. Now we got to offload bare, man, and we're not even able to sell certain players, man. But of course, we'll see it, man, 100%. Matt, who do you see coming in? Or who would you like to see come in?
Yeah, I mean, with the centre-backs, I kind of agree. Jimenez, Marquinhos, but also you got Alaba as well. If you could get Alaba on a free, that's obviously, I know you got to pay wages and still agents' fees, but it's still an economically good sign-in. Then you've got, you could do Donnarumma, but for me, it's the Raiola thing again. So I would, again, splash out for Jan Oblak. He's the undisputed best goalkeeper in the world. He has been for the last 2 or 3 years. And if you're going to get someone world-class and generational, I'd say Oblak's one of them guys. In terms of CDM, I mean, there's plenty of options you could choose from, and people that are cheaper than Declan Rice. You've got Zakaria. I think he's a really good player. Obviously, my only issue is he's a bit too similar to Kante, and we might not sit as well. But again, he's another player you can play at centre-back as well. You've even got someone like Idrissa Gueye, who obviously has worked with Tuchel before. He's been proven in the Premier League and done very well. That could be another cheap signing that you could get if you wanted if you say stopgap replacement for a CDM.
I mean, well said, man. I'm hoping to avoid the last name, of course. But Farah, who do you want to see come in?
I think, again, like what Matt said, I think we need to prioritize the defensive midfield, because at times this season we look too exposed because of, the likes of Kovacic playing as a lone DM, and the fact that Kante hasn't been like that Kante that we know him as to is, I don't know, man. Like Matt said, the likes of Zakaria and that, I would take him, but again, like I agree with Matt said. My worry about Zakaria and that I don't know. He can be like the type of player that can play alongside Kante, but
I feel like in the
Another player
final third is better, no? Ads?
Who's
In the
Zakaria?
final- Yeah, in the final third, no?
No, he's more solid defensively, and he's not as good of a ball progressor. So I don't know if you're trying to send someone like Zakaria or Gay, you're looking at someone that's similarly stylistically to Kante, and just winning the ball back and keeping it moving, but not the best of ball progressors. So I don't know. I think we need to get someone who's better technically, man, that can help us progress the ball further up the pitch better than Kante and quicker to beat the press. And
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean, it's going to be interesting to see who we're going to be linked with. It's going to be interesting. Someone for sure. It does look like I think Billy Gilmore won't be going out on loan. I'm hoping he doesn't go out on loan. Obviously, Tuchel's proper words didn't really say that, but I don't think there was any indication that he'll be going. Well, let's talk about Anthony Barry very, very quickly. Ads, it looks like he's going to be staying. I want to know your thoughts on him. He was linked to a managerial job with Fleetwood Town, but it looks like he's going to be staying with Thomas Tuchel to try and help Chelsea get that top 4 position. What do you make of that?
I mean, I guess it's good news, isn't it? Because we saw that, especially with Wigan last season, where he came from, they had a crazy defensive record, and his whole thing was about setting up teams from set pieces, defensively from corners, etc. And you can clearly see that Chelsea have done a way better job than that this season than we had last season. Because last year that was probably our main frailty defensively. And if you look now, we scored the most goals from set pieces as well. So this is obviously a positive. It's because he didn't want to turn down the opportunity of learning from Tuchel, which I can understand. So hopefully he can continue to help us with our defensive set pieces and stuff, and he can learn from Tuchel and maybe make a good coach in the future.
100%. Matt, what's your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, he's done a good job this season, especially with the set pieces. But I mean, I'm happy Anthony Barry's staying, but I'm just still annoyed that we got Hilario still as a goalkeeper coach. Like, how is he still here? If you want a top class goalkeeper to come in, they're gonna look and go, "Oh, who's coaching me? Hilario, right? Okay, maybe not."
That goal he conceded, I think it was, I can't remember who, maybe it was Everton. Maybe I'm wrong. It was going in like 1 mile per hour. I don't know if you lot saw that goal, that highlight.
Was it 2007-ish?
Yeah, something like that. It was so embarrassing. I don't know how this guy is still at this club. Nothing against him. He's probably a very good guy in person, but coaching wise, he looks like he's just taking everyone's confidence down. I mean, I'm seeing issues left, right, center. Maybe if you get Oblak, this guy turns into Kepa fam or something. Who knows at this rate? Father, what's your take on Anthony Barry as well?
I think this season, I don't mind with Anthony Barry. I mean, the way that we defend today, we defend the season. I think you can't fault Anthony Barry for some of the performance that we had for the last 2 months. I think this season we've been improving slightly defensively because of the way Anthony Barry coaching them. Again, man, I don't mind he's staying at all as long as he keep improving, take this Chelsea defensive to another level. So I'm absolutely fine with that.
100%. I mean, guys, everyone that's tuned in, keep liking the video as it helps us out. This channel is free, so please do smash the like button, subscribe if you're new here, and hit the notification. Let's go straight into the preview. Obviously, we've seen one game under Thomas Tuchel. We've seen him play with the wingbacks, 3 at the back. I know it's hard to judge, but are we expecting a similar lineup? We'll start with Matt this time. Do you expect a similar lineup, or do you expect many changes?
For me, I think there will be players that come in because obviously Tuchel was he in 48 hours, not even that. So he's as he said, he went with the experience. I think now he is going to bring a bit of the young boys come in. I also think he's going to change the formation up, if I'm honest. I think how Thomas Tuchel likes to play against different people, depending on how they play. And obviously Wolves, they end up playing the 3-4-3, which I predicted that they might go back to that after struggling with the 4-3-3. So I think we may go back to the 4-2-2-2 because obviously Burnley play this 4-4-2, and I think he might try and match it up and go against them like that. In terms of what I think the lineup would be, I think Mendy obviously stays. The back 4, I think James comes in at right back. Apart from that, Silva, Rudiger stay in the team. Chilwell stays in the team. I would go personally in terms of the 2 in midfield, Kante and Mount. I think Obviously, Kante will shore us up. Burnley, they haven't got too many people out on the wings that are pacey. Dwight McNeil's pretty decent, but we're not going to get beat on the transition so much. So I think they're two good players to have in the midfield. You could put Kovacic or Gilmour, but I worry if Gilmour the physicality. And then the front four, I'd have Ziyech, Havertz, Werner, and Pulisic. I'd like to see Werner and Havertz up front. I think they could do very well together.
No Hudson-Odoi?
I do love Hudson-Odoi. I think he's played really well, but I do think he's a good player to come off the bench. So he watches the game, sees where he can impact, and then he comes on. He's shown already that he's very good coming off the bench. I think sometimes you've got to look at a player and think, yes, he would be all right starting on, but he may just be better coming off the bench. I think for his age, how he is at the moment, I think that's the best role for him at the moment.
How much is Justice paying you to say this?
No.
I'm not even...
I'm joking. No, look, I get you because his goal contributions have been kind of amazing coming off the bench. He has assisted, he has scored, so I do get what you're saying. We did see it in the cup game as well when, you know, he came on as fresh energy, fresh life, and he, you know, he took us to the next level. So look, we take it one game at a time. There are a lot of games, so I'm not really fussed who starts in terms of Pulisic or Ziyech or whatever. I'm hoping we just see some goals, we get some wins. We'll go to Father. Tell me your formation and who you like to see starting.
Since I like the word based on merit again this season, like I would think he's not going to drop Rudiger. Let's be serious now. He's not going to drop Rudiger. And the midfield, yeah, I would love to see Kante and Kovacic because for me, Jorginho at times like he can be liability. For example, if you look at the last game, he done really well for the first like 10 minutes. But after that, he's just missing that end product of his passes. I just want to see like Kante and Kovacic partner in the midfield. Then you can have like Hudson-Odoi and Ziyech, and then you can have like Pulisic and Werner up front.
So who's up front?
Pulisic, Werner Pulisic, or Ziyech. So Ziyech and Hudson-Odoi on the wing, then Pulisic, Werner up front.
Okay. So what formation did you say again? 4-2-2. Okay. That's going to be an interesting one. We'll stick with that one as well. Ads, what's your take? Formation, players starting?
For me, I can't lie. I wouldn't mind us going with the same formation that we used against Wolves. But I would change some of the players that would start. But to be honest, I think that would be fine going for them because I think if we played Mendy, well, my team, if we did play that formation, would be Mendy and then Zuma, Thiago Silva, Reece James at right centre back, and then Hudson-Odoi and Chilwell either side. And then I'd play. Well, I don't know if Kante's gonna. Do you guys think Kante will play, or do you think he won't rush him back, or what?
Yeah, I'm hoping he doesn't get rushed back.
I would think that I just want to see him on the bench. Like, you know, if we get like 3-0 or 4-0 up, you know, I mean, we don't need him that much, to be fair.
Yeah, and well, with the team that I'm playing with, the 5 at the back, 3 at the back, whatever it is, I think that offers enough defensive stability. So I think we could just no need to rush Kante back against the low block. We don't really need him. So we could play Kovacic and Mount in the middle and then Chilwell on the left. And then I'd have Hudson-Odoi and Pulisic behind Werner or Tammy, either one. But I think we could go for that formation because, especially with the Reece James thing, it gives him the opportunity to also come forward, step into the midfield when he needs to. He can cross from deep, which we've seen that he likes to do. And then we have the same thing with Hudson-Odoi, Pulisic, all of these men causing terror. My bad. I said Hudson-Odoi on the right wing back and the right wing. I just clocked. I meant Havertz, Pulisic behind Werner. So yeah, I think it was effective in getting behind the defense against Wolves with a low block. I just think our final product wasn't there. That killer pass, it wasn't there. So if we can improve that in this game, I think we could do well with that formation, potentially build upon it.
Yeah, I mean, look, when we play these type of oppositions, I don't feel, we need a pivot of Jorginho and Kovacic personally. I kind of want to see a bit more of Mount, Havertz, maybe Kovacic as well, because we're going to have the ball anyway. You know what I mean? Like, I need to see a lot more attack, a lot more press, and faster football. Basically, I don't want to see slow down football and taking our time and passing left, passing it right. I kind of want to see what Tuchel was saying: 2-touch football, moving the ball quick. If you know what I mean. So teams like Burnley, Wolves, we should be going all out. You know, we shouldn't be worried about this defensive worry because they don't really get any chance. They might get a few chances, but it won't be like against Man City or United or Arsenal where they might have the ball. If you know what I mean. So I kind of want to see Mount, I want to see Havertz, whether Kante plays or not, minor, Kovacic as well. I personally want Hudson-Odoi and Pulisic on the wings personally, and Hakim Ziyech maybe coming on. That's what I want to see. I want to see Timo Werner starting, and that's the most important thing. As I said, I put Werner in my team, so hopefully he gets at least 1 or 2 goals because I need some of those points, man. You know what I mean? But it's going to be interesting. How many points are we behind top 4 now? 7, I think it is.
I think isn't it 5? Aren't we 5 behind West Ham?
Oh, West Ham 4th.
I'm pretty sure.
West Ham are 5th. We're 7 points behind top 4 at the moment.
Who's 4th?
Liverpool.
Oh yeah.
And above us, who's got games in hand?
No one.
Everton.
Only Everton. Everton and Spurs.
Everton and Spurs.
Bro, it's still tight, man. I feel like we get this winning tomorrow, get some confidence in this team, and then try go on a run. Obviously, we've got Tottenham next Thursday, I think it was.
Yeah.
And then who got after Tottenham? Leeds.
Sheffield United.
Sheffield United, I think.
And they've been in decent form as well. So Burnley been in good form. Sheffield United been in good form. It's a bit worrying times.
Burnley's not gonna be easy. I told you yesterday. I predicted a 1-1, bro. I think we're gonna struggle tomorrow, man. It's not gonna be easy at all.
I mean, it's an early kickoff as well. I feel like, when we play this early, not everyone's going to be fired up, man. I don't know.
With Chelsea, I feel like whenever we have points to gain on other teams, we always bottle it, man. We always do that.
We've got new manager now, man. We've got new manager.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see him, but I don't know. I'm not too confident.
I mean, if we get an early goal and try to open up the game very early, then it's a different story. If it's 0-0 past half time, then we're going to be struggling. We're going to be struggling quite a lot. So we need to get an early goal for sure. So obviously we've given our lineups, our tactics. I mean, you lot said it very, very quickly. I was trying to push it out as long as possible. But Matt, what's your expectations for this season after this new manager's coming?
Well, it depends. As I said before, it depends on how we get through this tough run of games in February, March. If we can get through it unscathed to a point, because I think we are going to lose games because there's too many big teams are playing all at once. If we can come through it relatively unscathed, then we've got a chance to get even top 3. Because, as I said, it's very close still. But if we lose against 3 or 4 of the big teams, then top 4's gone, no matter what we do in the second half of the season. But it's one of those things. That's why bringing in a new manager this late, you put him under pressure to put him in straight into this hard run of form. We'll see how he can do, but there's so many fixtures coming up that there's not really too much time to get his tactics fully on board till at least the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you on that one. The fixtures coming up are crazy for Chelsea. When do Southampton and Aston Villa play? Tomorrow?
Tonight. They're kicking off in like 10 minutes.
Oh, swear. Oh, we need another draw, guys. That's what we need. We need another draw, no?
Yeah.
They're ahead of us, no, in the league?
Who?
Villa and... Southampton are not, but I think Villa are, right?
Villa are a point behind us.
Oh, but they got games in hand or
We've
something.
got 2 games in hand.
That's what I'm saying. What, even after we haven't played today, tomorrow?
No, well, when we play tomorrow, we'll go back up to 2. After tonight, it'll be 1 game in hand, and tomorrow when we play, it'll be 2.
Oh, snap. All right, cool. So, yeah, we need at least a draw probably because, we need all teams to be dropping points around us. Let's talk about Reece James. He suffered a lot of racial abuse yesterday. I think he actually got another one today. I think it was. I think he's got 2 that have been coming through. We'll talk with Father. What was your reaction initially when you saw it, man?
Honestly, Sadiq, I just hate to see it, though. The racism thing, I'm not a big fan of it. And if you look at as a channel as a whole, I mean, it's just sad to see again the racism happened to this football club, though. The fact that the power of the social media has grown strong over the years, and the fact that this happens again over and over again, it's just baffled me. And the fact that there's so many idiots out there, like they just don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. I mean, Matt, you wanted to say quite a bit on this situation. What would you like to say?
I'm just it's so frustrating because for one, I don't understand what Reece has done to even deserve it. Obviously, no one deserves it anyway, but it's not like he's had a bad game. Like you saw with Martial and Twenzaby for Man United, they got similar abuse by their own fans. It's not like he's made a mistake. It's not like he's conceded a stupid goal. He's just put a picture up of training. Like, seriously, like some people are just so that either they're just thick in the head or they're just doing it for attention. And it's going to get to the point with all these social media platforms, they're going to get shut down. They're going to get completely shut down because it's going to be the point where that's the only way you're going to stop it online, because the majority of it is now online. That's the problem. You don't see it as much. Obviously, you get the odd case in stadiums, but you don't see it as much in stadiums now. It's more online because you can put up an avi of some random player, put a random name that you're not going to know, and you're going to get away with it because you get blocks, you get it deactivated, you just make another account. And this is where I think at best social medias need to put a form of identification on accounts so then you can be accountable for yourself. But if they're not going to do that, then you've got to shut down things like Twitter and that, because it's going to get to the point that you grab too much of it. It's just pathetic.
Again,
like the
1%. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. It's just the 0.1% that spoil it for the rest of us.
Yeah.
Can I add something there? The fact that, again, this has not happened the first time, literally over the years, though. And last year alone, like, we had BLM movement and the knees and that. It's still like, what's the point of you doing that? But there's still so many idiots out there still doing it, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really understand. Obviously, it's mainly kids, man. I'll be surprised if it's grown people and probably older than all of us put together. Ads, what's your take on the situation, bro?
Yeah, man. Like we touched upon yesterday, these people are just saddos, man. I don't know what their goal is from doing it. Like, what do you get from someone posting a training perfection? You're like, oh, my first thought is to now pop up with some racist abuse. Like, I don't know what these people are doing. It's not on. But what can we do? Like what we were speaking about yesterday, bro. We were saying that they should start IDing these people because they have all our details anyway. But if they start IDing people, they'll be more scared to do it. You know what I'm saying? They won't actually have. I don't want to say the word, but yeah, they won't have the courage to do it. So yeah, it's disgusting, man. Like, it needs to be kicked out of football, bro. It's mad that we're even still talking about these things. I don't know what they're doing it for. If they're doing it for clout, or I don't know what it is, bro.
Probably clout.
I don't know, bro.
I don't know what kind of clout you get at the end of it, fam. I'd be surprised if you get any followers out of it, if you know what I mean. But it's getting worse, man. Obviously, because it's around Chelsea. When things are against us, you see the media come out at it straight away. But when it's like United, Arsenal, we don't really see that many racial cases, man. Also, but what's your predictions for tomorrow, guys? Very, very quickly. As you said,
1-1,
3-1.
No, 1-1.
What's the score?
1-1, bro.
1-1. You think Burnley gonna get goals or?
Yeah.
What, equaliser or?
These men are in good form, bro. Yeah, probably be an equaliser, scrappy corner or free kick or something. Fam. I'm not confident, fam.
Wow. Okay. Matt, what's your prediction for the game?
If I was to go with my heart, it's 1-0, but I think it's going to be 0-0 again. As I said before, the Wolves is going to be a 1-1. The usual guys saying we're going to win, but you just got to look at it as a similar type of match, low block. If we don't create enough chances like we did against Wolves, then we're going to struggle, and it's going to be a 0-0 again.
You might as well say goodbye to top four. Father, what's your prediction for the game?
My sensible head, if I got one, probably 0-0. My heart saying like 1-0 at least.
Guys, listen. I brought you guys on to share some positivity, some love for this team, and you're telling me these rubbish scores, man. I'm going for like 2-0, 3-0. I think we're gonna get an early goal. I've done for the first time. I've done the play predictor for Chelsea's 5th stand app, whatever it is. Okay, put Timo Werner. I said 2 or 3-0 Saturday. I'm confident. Okay, I need some confidence in this panel. Like, why we worried about this nil and this draw?
You can talk about the intensity. You can talk about the way that we played. You can talk about the possession that we had. But until you're gonna score 1 goal, you're not gonna get that chances anyway.
Nah, listen, all the comments, man. Big up to all of you, lot, man. You lot should be on this panel, man. I'm sick and tired of picking the wrong people on this channel, man. Look at this. Look, 2-0, 2-1, 3-0 Jesters. Look, Jesters should be on here even. Zeno Records, 9s. Like 3-0, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. This is what I want to see. An early goal will open them up. I think we get an early goal within 15 minutes. Their whole game plan is done. Finito. Okay.
Of course, bro. Why do you think that's so easy, bro?
Because sometimes
this Burnley team's not easy to break down, bro. They're literally gonna slap 11 players behind the ball, bro. We're not just gonna have one player to draw past them. Honestly, it's not gonna be easy,
bro. Let me tell you something. Hang on, just quickly. I know, that they part the boss, they sit back and all that stuff. I get it. But you can't be always perfect at doing that, bro. Like, you can't do it every single... Like, imagine Marina came with United against Chelsea, Conte's first season. Man conceded within 2 minutes. I missed the goal. You know what I mean? They sit back and they concede a goal. You just don't know what's going to happen at the start of the game, bro. You might just start weak. You might start, not 100%. So you got to have a bit of faith in our team, man. We're going through a hard patch. Luck has been against us. It has to change eventually, man. And this is the game there we have to take over. You know what I mean? So
yeah. No,
I'm not going to let you lot come on this channel.
I'm hoping that I'm wrong, I'm hoping that
If we get the early goal, we're gonna win 3 or 4-0. But I'm just worried we're not gonna get that early goal.
Why?
Because it is Burnley. Wolves, before we were playing them, were leaking goals left, right, and centre, and we could barely create a chance against them. Let alone a Burnley that's barely conceding anything at the moment.
Gavido Blue, Tuchel is expecting that boss. He's managed PSG. Most teams that play against him part the boss. He has a plan. Watch. I totally agree with you, bro. I totally agree with you. It's not Frank Lampard now. This is a new manager with a lot more experience. We're gonna see changes, people.
I hope that I'm wrong.
I mean, you are going to be wrong. Not hope. You are going to be wrong. That's what I'm saying.
I'll chat to you at 2:00 tomorrow, bro. Shout me at 2.
I mean, you're going to be in the stream, no? So I'll probably send for you. I'll probably send for you on live anyway. So it's calm, isn't it?
Talk at 2 tomorrow, fam.
Even when Wolves part the bus, if the right passes were made, we would have scored at least 2 or 3. This is what I mean. I agree with that as well, man. Eventual, not picking out the right pass, his chance, all these things. Let's go away once, isn't it? One of these shots have to go in. No?
Bro, of course. I'm not writing our chances off, bro. I'll be very, very annoyed if we drew in it, but I don't know, man. I'm just, because the players have let me down too many times this season, bro.
They're not going to let you down anymore, man. We're back. Then you got to understand, Chelsea Football Club are back. We're going to take over. United have dropped points. Arsenal are dropping points. Chelsea Football Club are here to take over, man. 2-touch football, move the ball quickly. That's what I'm talking about, people. We're going to be seeing that, man. Look, we have to be positive, man. I've been negative too much in the last couple months. I've been
positive too much, bro, and I've been let down, fam. I've been positive too much.
That's under Frank Lampard, bro. It's under Frank Lampard.
Positive, bro. Every time there's a game, I'm like, we'll win this, man. Don't watch. That's going to be calm, and then the game comes, we get slammed up. I'm bare annoyed at full time because I was too positive and I look like a clown.
Listen, man, that was under Frank Lampard. It's a bit more difficult back then, man.
Still the same players, though.
Same players, but if you look at Kai Havertz, for example, I felt that was a performance that we had to see. I'm not saying it was world-class performance, but it was a performance that I saw 100% a lot more passion, energy, and he was a lot more involved in the game, personally, compared to Lampard's days after his COVID scenario. Don't you agree, Matt?
And where did that get us?
I mean, that's what I'm saying though. He's still playing better though. You're seeing signs of him improving, which I want to see signs of Timo Werner improving. And this is where the team are going to click and do better and end the season on the high. There's a lot more. Go on.
That will come, but we've only 1-2 games in. Tuchel ain't even had a week at the club. It's still, his tactics are not going to be fully there still for at least the next couple of weeks. So it's still on these players who, let's face it, they haven't got the right mentality. You've got a lot of young players that lack a bit of mentality. They let us down under Frank Lampard countless amount of times. And as much as we're going to blame Frank Lampard all the time, a lot was still on the players, not just Frank. So
surely
got them same mistakes there.
Surely Burnley is one of the teams as a new manager you'd be happy to play starting off.
Exactly. And the players should be...
You've just got a free license. You've got a free license to attack them for 90 minutes.
Yeah, but we had a free license to attack Wolves and look what happened there.
We did do.
And Wolves are better quality.
We did do. And he was there 24 hours, bro.
But how many chances did we actually create? We didn't create nowhere near enough with how much the ball. Yes, we were quick. Yes, we dominated the ball. Yes, they didn't get a single opportunity. But we didn't actually create much either. What great save did Patricio actually have to make in that whole game?
I mean, Matt, it's too negativity, bro.
That's too negative, bro. That's too negative. You can't look at
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's going to take time. I think people just need to calm down.
I don't think it's going to take time, bro. I don't think it's going to take time. I think because it was 24 hours, we just, we didn't expect a lot from it.
We
but
expected nothing from that game, bro. We expected nothing from that game.
I saw improvement.
Compare that to the performance that we had to Wolves a month before that year. You can't compare them. That Wolves stepped into our half about 10 times that game. They were completely dominated.
Exactly. We got dominated that game. Like, look, I'm not saying these guys are gonna be amazing in like the space of a week or two. I get it, but I feel like the players are actually trying for once. Right now, they're trying. Like even Hudson-Odoi, I feel like he's gonna go another gear. I think Pulisic, when he gets his opportunity, is gonna go another gear. We're gonna be seeing a lot more attack, man. I feel like obviously Tuchel got the subs wrong. He done it too late as well. I think Mount should have came on a lot earlier. We could have opened them up. We had possession. So just seeing Georgian and Carvich in midfield didn't really help the team either. So there's improvements that need to be made.
Actually, no, I'm changing my prediction, bro. 2-0 Chelsea. Why am I scared of Burnley? Why am I scared of Burnley, fam? I'm not scared of Burnley. 2-0 Chelsea. I'm not scared of Burnley. For fun that.
2-0.
I hope I'm wrong, but I think it's still going to take a couple of weeks to get into it, but we'll see.
I agree. It is going to take a couple of weeks, but I just feel Burnley is one game where we have to go at it.
I just feel like we need to keep the level and intensity same as well, though. I think from the Wolves game, I think we're improving the fact that the intensity level is so different compared to the previous manager.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that we need to keep that up, against Burnley. And that.
I mean, like I said, man, you're go on.
If we keep that intensity up, we can definitely have a go at them. And if we play the likes of Mounts, Hudson-Odoi's, Pulisic's that are just going to run at players, we'll be good. It's calm. Changing my prediction 2-0. Don't watch that.
But then again, look, let me not be too confident. Okay, Burnley have beaten Liverpool. They ended their home record, of course, so it's going to be difficult for sure. They came back against Aston Villa, I think it was, from either 2-0, 2-1 down, and they won 3-2. So, yeah, maybe I do need to relax a bit, but I think we've gone through too much heartache.
But we need to be seeing 4 points against Burnley and Tottenham to get a chance at the top 4, surely.
Yeah.
We need to be seeing 4 points at least, bro.
It's difficult, man. It's difficult, fam. I mean, if we beat Wolves, it would have put us in a lot more of an easy situation to be judging it, of course. Watch along. I'm not sure, man. I don't know if Burnley's a good one because it's at 12, isn't it? I think that's too early. I'll probably wake up 11:55 or something. But maybe in the future we'll start doing watch alongs if Matt, Foreign ads are free. They're always busy. I try to contact them a lot.
What do you mean I try to contact them out? What you mean though? I'm always free.
Now you're sleeping. Matt is out busy.
I'm sleeping on the weekdays only. Sleeping on the weekdays.
All right, cool.
I'm busy on the weekdays.
We might do Tottenham. Tottenham will be a good game to do, I think, personally.
Oh yeah, I don't mind. Yeah.
Burnley's just too early, no? Don't you lot agree?
Yeah, bro, I'm barely gonna be.
It's
away.
just not a great game to do it to, is it? Do it at the big
Yeah,
games.
that's what I'm
but
saying. But
smaller games, you're like, who's?
that's what I'm saying. So, guys, look, we might do Tottenham on Thursday too long. And then probably just review it straight after that as well, maybe, or something. Yeah, it's a good shout. We'll see. We'll let you guys know. Father's always free, always on streams. Agreed. Just as 5:30 a.m. We've got massive respect for you guys. What else we got here? Guys, drop some questions in before we wrap it up, of course. And if you haven't already, please smash the like button as it helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new here and hit the notification. And tune in straight after the game tomorrow. If you want to see development, watch the development squad. We need to stop making excuses for many man. Come on, bro. Look, of course. But like Matt adds and everyone's saying as well, it takes time for the manager to get certain tactics and everyone right. Personally, why do people hate Mount? He's been our most consistent player this season. Yeah, I do think so. I think he's just missing those goals. What do you guys think?
The end product, lack of end product still. Little bit lack of end product, I would say. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah,
Matt?
I think just open play needs to create a little bit more, but I just think it's agendas. You all got agendas all over Twitter, and Mount's the easiest one to jump on.
Is he easier than Jorginho?
Yeah, but Jorginho probably deserves it. Mount doesn't.
Jared will be proud of you, man. Justice is going to be very proud of you today, man. First, Hudson-Odoi, no inclusion, and now Jorginho. I mean, this guy's on fire.
Why wouldn't
I've been saying this all the time.
But why wouldn't you start Hudson-Odoi? I don't understand it.
I just think he'll be a better impact off the bench.
It's
You
a
can say that
gender, bro.
about so many players, man. Look at what he done against. He was our man of the match, and it's one of the few starts that he's got this season. Only his fourth.
Yeah, but you look at Leicester. He didn't do that well in the Leicester game. I just think that
No one done anything.
Pulisic and Ziyech, they're experienced players, much more experienced players, play on the pitch. Obviously, Pulisic needs just time and consistency to try and get on. I think he will get better, but he just needs the consistency. But I think Hudson-Odoi's got it where you can just, like how Giroud used to do it. He got that spell where he used to come off the bench and just keep scoring, coming off. So I think if we can do that with Hudson-Odoi...
We don't want that, bro.
Yeah,
We want him playing.
That's not a fair.
We want him playing.
That's not a fair take because you haven't even seen him have a consistent run of games. How can you judge whether he's as a starter or better off the bench when he hasn't even had the opportunity of starting games?
How many starts has he had? 4, 5?
Four, bro. Out of 20. 4.
Like, come on, like
4 out of
too
20.
much, Matt.
I mean, let's not get it twisted. I really do like Hudson-Odoi. I'm not one of them people that don't like Hudson-Odoi.
I don't think you do, bro.
Development
I don't
right
think
now.
you do.
No, trust me. I'm not like Marv. I'm not like Jesters who do have a little bit of a slight agenda. But
yes.
I backed him so much in the Sarri days. I backed him in the first Lampard days. When he come back, I said he'd be brilliant coming back, but obviously the injury took too much on him. But I think he just needs that time to get back. And I think
he's better.
he's
Isn't this the best Hudson-Odoi we've seen though right now? I think it is.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
argue he was better in the Sarri days, but
But he's got more end product to him right now. And we're seeing him do it in the Premier League matches more consistently as well. Before he was just playing in the Europa League and the Cups a lot.
don't get me wrong, I think he could do well playing every game, starting from the front, but it's just typical of Hudson-Odoi as well. Once he starts having a couple of bad games, everyone will go on him again.
Now,
But I
listen,
want to
ain't
see
got
that.
no problem.
I want to see that. I want him to get that chance, and if he does badly, drop him. Drop straight away. Just drop him. Fair enough. But I want him to get at least 2-3 games in a row, like Hakim Ziyech, like Christian Pulisic, and then make a judgment on him whether he should be coming off the bench or not. Because every time he's started or come on, except Leicester, I think he's done well. But Leicester, no one good person. Who done well against Leicester? No one. So
Only Callum though. To be fair.
no, Leicester, bro. Not he started. He was bad that
Oh,
game.
Leicester game. Oh,
Yeah, it was bad.
Now, listen, I ain't got no problem with Pulisic or Ziyech, but I just think it's not fair for Hudson-Odoi to only have 4 starts this year. I think it's best that we just find the correct balance between 3, rather than 2 of them just being confirmed starters and running them into the ground and getting them injured, like we've seen with Pulisic and Ziyech this season. It's best that we create a balance where they all get equal game time because they're all good quality players. None of them are
Yeah, when they were injured, he didn't play.
Yeah,
Hudson-Odoi didn't play. That's what annoyed me even more.
And back then, I was backing that saying Hudson-Odoi should play. But I think you just need to, as you said, rotate the wingers. They all get a good game time. I think Sheffield United would be a good game for Hudson-Odoi to start in. Even to a point, Tottenham. I think you've got, with the Tottenham game, you need players that know what the derby is, what Tottenham is. And I'm not sure the likes of Ziyech might not know what Tottenham really means to Chelsea Football Club. And that would be a game where I'd go, Hudson-Odoi, prove your worth.
No, I think Hudson's got to start tomorrow, man. Let him build.
Fair enough. I mean, look, everyone has different opinions. This is why we bring different opinions on this channel, which is the most important thing. I do want to say that Pulisic for me has to improve massively, and I feel like we've got the right manager to take him to that level again that we saw around Project Restart. Personally, I was gonna ask you guys something, and now because you lot were talking so much about this topic, I kind of forgot it, which is very, very annoying. Maybe it's in the comments. Give me a sec. Yeah, that's it. Loftus-Cheek. Do you guys want him back? We'll start with Father because he hasn't been speaking as much.
Loftus-Cheek, yeah. I can't lie. I would love to see him back, but the problem is, again, like, is he going to get a game time in this team? That's my issue.
Yo. Is this sorry to cut you off?
I love him as a player, but again.
Yo. Hang on. Marcos Alonso starting tomorrow. I don't know if it's true. Hang on. I just need to look at this very, very quickly.
The secret scout just posted a picture of Marcos Alonso and put the eye emojis. But that would signal that we're going back to the five at the back. I wouldn't mind that, to be honest. I don't really mind. He's a good left
winger. Carefree Youth is already on his case, laughing at him. So
maybe it's not true. I don't know, bro.
But this is what I'm telling you guys. Like, this guy mentioned he's going to be starting last game, which I think he got it right. Yeah. But now we're going to be seeing beef between other accounts laughing, he's not going to be starting, and now we don't know who to trust. This is what I mean. Like, if you're not a journalist, just don't speak, fam. It's going to be mad. But anyway, Marcos Alonso, very, very quickly before we go back to Loftus-Cheek. Matt, what's your take on Marcos Alonso?
Shouldn't play for the club again. Simple as that.
That's a bit harsh.
If he wants to go strop on the bus, then he can. He ain't got the mentality. He ain't got the right attitude. And whether it's Lampard, Tuchel, or any other manager, if you're going to act like that, then no, you've lost it for me. And it's the same with Kepa to a point when he did that on the pitch. I know everyone gets a second chance, but I don't think he's good enough anyway. So why I don't want him in the starting lineup. Don't want him around the team. I'd rather play Emerson, who quietly hasn't been that bad this season.
Yeah. Ads, what's your take?
On Loftus-Cheek?
No, on Marcos Alonso.
Oh, Marcos Alonso. If we're playing the formation that we on the five at the back, then I'm cool, bro. I'm cool with him starting. I wouldn't really mind, to be honest, because he is a goal threat at the end of the day. So he's gonna get his chances to get up the pitch and maybe get in the end of some crosses. He's tall. We can win some of the headers at the back post, maybe. Chilwell hasn't been on the best of form recently. I don't think he played well against Arsenal. I don't think he played well.
That's the thing as well.
Leicester, I don't think he played well against Wolves. So it is fair under the new manager to give everyone a chance. So
yeah, he said he'll give these guys chances for
I think if you're looking at five in the back, I don't think there's many left wing backs in Europe that are actually better than Marcos Alonso. Like, we saw Marcos Alonso, we won a league under Marcos Alonso. Let's not remember that. Let's not forget that. He got in the Premier League Team of the Year twice, I believe, in left back position. So under a left wing back system, he's a good player there. So I wouldn't mind giving him a chance there. Just at four at the back, just definitely not 100%. He can't play four at the back. No way.
Yeah, wing back. I mean, going forward is very, very effective. Out of the players that we have, free kicks as well. Don't forget about the free kicks. Obviously, Mason Mount might not have a say in these things anymore. On the front Lampard, it would have been his call. Let's go back to Loftus-Cheek. So, Father, what do you say about Loftus-Cheek very quickly again?
My worry about Loftus-Cheek again, man, the injury that he had. The list of injuries, you get the ACL, you get the hamstring knee injury, and again, man, I think if we bring back this guy to this first team, I think we're going to ruin his career again. That's my issue in that. And the second issue is the fact that game time. Is he going to get a game time under Tuchel? I'm not sure.
Depends who leaves, isn't it? But yeah, Ads, what's your take on Loftus-Cheek, man?
It depends. It just depends. It depends on how. Well, I watched him today. I watched the West Brom versus Fulham
Was he
game.
that good? Was he that good? I didn't watch it.
He wasn't. He was good. He was good. He wasn't amazing, but he was good. His ball carrying was looking better. He was a lot more powerful on the ball, and it's got back to the point where as soon as Loftus-Cheek gets into a stride, take him up. And he was getting fouled a lot today. So yeah, I mean, he obviously needs to work on his end product a bit. Get a few more goals to him. He had quite a few shots today. Not any amazing chances, but he had quite a few shots today. He had a couple of chances against Man United as well. So it's all about him working on his end product. And then you never know, man. Honestly, you never know. He could come back in the summer and then maybe get a pre-season on the Tuchel. And then it's all about whether Tuchel likes him. And then you never know from there. He could play. He could play next season.
Yeah,
I wouldn't write him off. Give him another chance.
Yeah, Matt, what's your take on Loftus-Cheek's situation?
Well, if there was any player that I would have an agenda on, that would be Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I love Ruben, always have. And when he played under us for Sarri, he was unstoppable until the injury. He was one of the best players. He linked up with Hazard very well, and I think he'd link up with his team very well. And I think honestly, that's something we've been missing through the Lampard era. Obviously, went to Fulham. At first, I thought, Fulham, is that really a good loan deal for him? He could get a bit shafted here. And at first, he wasn't playing well. He wasn't really getting into the team. But since the turn of the year, he has really started to improve and starting to get his stats up, starting to look more confident on the ball, starting to dribble a lot more, starting to be the old Ruben Loftus-Cheek. So for me, see how he does to the end of the season. If he keeps Fulham up, which it looks like him as a collective with the team, he's going to keep Fulham up at the moment. Bring him back for pre-season, see how he is. I'd even put him on another loan spell, if I'm honest.
Yeah,
because I know he's not exactly young anymore, but he had an ACL where he was out for 13 months. We look at Hudson-Odoi, not ACL, Achilles. He was out for 13 months, so he's going to take time to get back, and it might need another season. But if he gets back to how he was, it'd be criminal to let him go on a permanent. And do it for another team.
I totally agree with you. I was going to ask the panel actually about another loan spell, because I felt me and Lewis were talking about it recently that it might be good for his confidence, because he's had a very, very long-term injury, and at Chelsea the pressure is very high. It's very difficult at this club. So, what do you make of that another season on loan, man?
Once again, bro, I think it's all about how he finishes the season and potentially how he performs in pre-season, isn't it? We do have a lot of midfield options, but I don't know. He's getting to the age. I'm not sure if he'd want to get on loan again. It all just depends on his desire and how bad he wants it, how bad he wants to play for Chelsea Football Club. If he feels that, these lot aren't really treating me right, look at the performance I put on loan, Premier League club, and they're still trying to send me out on loan, maybe he's thinking I could potentially get into this team over some of the stars that are playing right now. So, I don't know, man. It all depends on him. If he's happy to go out on loan and then come back and fight for his spot, then fair play to him. But he is aging on a bit. Now, what is he, 24, 25? Something like that.
He's over 25, I'm sure. He's over 25.
Over 25? Yeah, so
I swear he is.
Let me check real quick.
I think he's over 25.
He's 25. He just turned 25.
Yeah. He just turned 25. All right.
Yeah, so he's getting to that age where you don't want to be really going out on loan and being on loan army every season. So I think it's more of a personal decision than anything. If Tuchel likes him, then obviously I wouldn't have a problem with him staying. I still think he's a very good player. And if he didn't get that stupid Achilles injury and that stupidly timed game, then he would have been one of our best players right now. So it's just a bit of a mad one.
Yeah, I mean, look, I just want to ask File very quickly. Tomori's out on loan. He had a very, very good game for AC Milan, I believe it was. They can activate option to buy, so he could be gone. Jesse Lingard, Jay Links, one of the best players I've ever seen in the Premier League, has joined West Ham on loan. Loftus-Cheek, he might think about his future and move it somewhere else. Don't you agree, or do you think he needs one more loan spell?
Again, I agree with what I said. I think it depends, if he wants to be in the Chelsea Football Club more. I think at the end of the day, is he really wanted to stay in the football club, or is he gonna risk another loan spell again? And that's the last thing that we need from this club. I think sending out players on loan multiple times is kind of like a bit travesty, but at the same time, you're trying to get a game time. But at the end of it, like if Loftus-Cheek doesn't want to play for this club anymore, then it's up to him.
100%. I think, we'll go with what Ad said as well in terms of see how the season ends, see pre-season if he impresses the manager, and take it from there. Guys, we nearly got 100 likes on the stream, and if you guys can smash the like button as it helps out this channel a lot. Subscribe if you're new here, hit the notification, and tune in daily. We'll be going live immediately after the Burnley game. Let's answer a few more questions before we wrap it up. Of course, we're nearly on an hour, so please drop some of your questions. We'll answer as many as we can very, very quickly as well. See this one, he's doing well in Championship, but he needs a Premier League loan. You guys agree with that?
Loan spell again. This is the thing, Sadiq. Like this is not the first time we're sending out players on loan. This has happened like multiple times. We're sending out players on loan. At the end of it, like at the end of the season, these players are going to come back to us, and what will happen is the fact that we're going to assess them during the preseason, and then when the season starts, we're going to send them out on loan before the transfer window closes. It's going to happen to us all over again eventually.
Yeah. Well, what do you make of it, Ads and Matt? We'll go with Ads quickly.
Yeah, Gertie, he looks like he's got good potential, man. He looks like he's got good potential. I remember
He more Saar. He more Saar.
To be honest, I don't know enough about Saar, but with Saar's case, it doesn't look too promising, man. He's barely even getting any minutes for Porto, and he's barely even getting put into the squad anymore. So it's really not looking too positive for him. He's also 5'9". So I can't remember someone was talking about Tomori and the height problem. So if you think Tomori's got a height problem, how are you going to play a centre back who's like 5'9"? Gertie is a good profile centre back. He's good. He's strong. He's big. He's good in the air. Good in a tackle. I mean, me and you were there. He's comfortable on the ball as well. Me and you were there when he started against United last season, and I like the look of him, man. But I don't think there is a point of him staying at the club next season. I'm not saying selling permanently, but I'm saying it is better for him to get a Premier League loan, because if we're being realistic, if the likes of Ampadu and stuff like that are still getting sent out on loan, what are the chances of him coming in and playing first team football? So I think it's better for him to go get a first team loan. Maybe if Swansea stay up, maybe get another season with them, and then see how he progresses in this league with the high intensity and the different levels, man. And then we can assess him from there, and then potentially he can come into the first team. Maybe give Mbiyamba a couple chances next season in the cups, see how he performs, and then play some Premier League 2 football. And then, just see how these two progress, and that could be a good centre-back partnership potentially in the future.
Well said. And lastly, Matt, what's your take on the situation?
I think he's a very promising player, and I would say if you compared him with Saar, I agree. I think Saar he's come out the squad in the last few games, and he's not getting into the Porto squad, and he's been very average. He's played well in a couple of the big games, but apart from that, Saar's been quite disappointing for me. But if in terms of Gray, I think it would be best to give him a Premier League loan, because I think he still lacks that kind of physicality a little bit, and I think I'm worried. I don't want to bring him like Tomori, bring him in too quick, especially if we're not getting rid of enough players and we're bringing in a centre back in the summer. It might be best just to give him a Premier League loan. Say the perfect situation would be Swansea go up and you put him on loan again for another season, because he'll most likely play for them again, the Premier League. So we'll have to wait and see. But I think one of the comments said about look at Lucas Piazon with all his loans. I think it's more about getting the right loan and showing your potential. I think both Ruben and Gueye are showing their potential, but you just need to give them the right loan and not mess them about. And I think the club have learned that a bit more over the years.
100% well said. Just as I'm not gonna bite on the Ampadu comment because I'm a big fan of him. We'll talk about that another day, because just as agenda on certain players.
Too many agendas, fam. Oh my.
Too many agendas. I can't accept some of these things, man. Honestly, I can't accept it. But look, we'll talk about that another day, guys. I want to thank you lot for coming on. I think we managed to hit 100 likes. If you haven't already, smash the like button. Subscribe if you're new here. Hit the notification. We just hit 19,000 subscribers as well. So thank you very much to everyone that's been tuning in and supporting the channel. Big up the panel as well. We'll be going live immediately after the Burnley game, so come and check us out around 2 p.m. UK time. Hopefully Thomas Tuchel has got his first one as well, man. But Ads, thanks for coming on.
No problem, bro. Anytime.
Hello, okay? One more. Well,
Oh,
okay.
it's
I'm
missing
coming
in the
downstairs.
background. It's missing in the background.
It's my little
Whoopsie.
cousin. It's my little cousin.
Oh, it's in-
Matt, thanks for coming on, bro.
No worries. Always happy to come on. Be glad to come on again sometime soon.
I don't agree with that, man. You're always busy for me, man. But
I'm not always busy.
I'm joking. I'm joking. Father, thanks for coming on, man. Thanks. Hopefully you guys can come on tomorrow. If not, I'll see you very soon as well. Moaz, I apologize, man. We're ending, man. You're an hour late, my friend. Okay, so I apologize, and hopefully you guys come tomorrow straight after the game. We'll see you there. And every time you guys come on, just smash the like button, man. It's free. Father, show the click, man. Quickly, man.
For God's sake.
One click, you lot. Just click it, man. It's free, man. And tune in.
Click it.
Ampadu ain't overrated, my friends. We'll talk about that probably tomorrow in depth. If it's a boring draw or loss. But peace.